Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of the Smoking Section podcast. I am your host, Jamar. To my top left, we got the proprietor, John.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
To my top right, we got the hater West.
Yo,
Hate,
yo.
hate.
Haters go hate. Haters go hate. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put our serious faces on. We're going to talk about something a little different. Millennials, the bridge between generations. How y'all feel about that?
You know, most people could call it biased, but I really don't care. We the best generation. I truly feel that way. Like we are the dumbest generation too, in a way, but still feel like we are like really like the best generation. This conversation has been had all across platforms, even in people's own conversations and stuff like that. We 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 seen it all. We've been through so much stuff. I know you got the list to break down and stuff. We was talking about it. 9/11 pandemics and all of that stuff. Like we've been through a lot. Recessions. We watched technology. You feel me? We seen the birth of the shit. We seen the boom of it. We tougher, but like we was discussing before, we came on here, started the show. We are also the generation that is breaking certain chains, right? And what they now breaking certain general curses. You feel me? A lot of stuff that we went through while being raised by our parents or even being raised by that village, right? Whether it was your grandmoms, your aunt, your parents, your neighbor, whatever, that whole village. I feel like our generation is the ones that's like, all right, we're going to do things a little different when it comes to our kids because we know what we went through. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. I'm real excited for this topic, you know? What you got, Wes?
With this time, I've been with this topic right here, Joe. It's like, man, I kind of see myself a little bit in this topic a little bit, and I really don't see myself in this topic a little bit. If you catch my drift.
Yeah.
It's like my bro said. It's like what my brother said, Joe. Is man, this right here, Joe. Our generation. I'm a tad bit older than my two brothers right here.
Yeah.
I seen, like, I would say, I seen it all. I would say, man, I seen the blackouts, the man, I seen it all, Joe. And
terrorist attack, pandemics, quarantine, civil unrest. You feel me? We seen Gen Z can say that as well, but we was here for the Black Lives Matter movement and all of
right,
that.
Yeah.
Just global protests. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like y'all say, man, we was here for, COVID. You know what I'm saying? We've been through goddamn Obama. We seen the first black president.
Mm-hmm.
We went through the terrible George Bush years. We're not gonna get too political, but the war in Afghanistan and Iraq, we went through that shit. You know what I'm saying? We went through 9/11. We went through anthrax in the same fucking year, damn near.
Real.
Man, oh my God.
So can't nobody tell us when we went through the recession, 2008, 2009. I don't know if younger people might remember or know the economy went through a recession.
Yeah.
08, 09. Those was our first rebate checks. Niggas was doing that shit before Trump. Yeah. We seen and been through a lot, and we're gonna break it down even more as we get into this episode, man. Before we get into it, let's break down for the people the generations, because some of the people might not know. We got the baby boomers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like the 40s all the way through the 60s. So those the baby boomers, the old people, like, 60s and 70s now. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
Their time was way different. A lot of them grew up with no television in the home. You feel me? They did. It was still black and white TV.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Shit was traditional back then, getting raised in the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
That was kind of like that. What they call it, the nuclear family era, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty much, I guess, the general idea of the American family was, father, wife,
yep,
daughter, son, right? I mean, it was usually like a daughter and son, because that's how it was projected to a lot of us on TV. You feel me? So around that era, very traditional, very strict, and that is what a lot of stuff like kind of go on today within our culture, because baby boomer era, nuclear family era, like you said, traditional is what a lot of women now and even men now say, go back to traditional values where the man is, you feel me?
It's the breadwinner.
Yeah, the man is the breadwinner. He's the one working, and the wife is at home taking care of the kids and pretty much taking care of the household. I would say if anybody was to ask me, that baby boomer era, that's where all of that like really became a thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, you definitely right with that one. I agree 100% with that. That generation. Wow, I'm saying that's what your moms and pops and grandma and grandpa era kicked off at right there.
Yep.
So they had, man. Even though I sit back and I laugh about it sometimes, I'm like, man, I could live in the era. I couldn't do it.
What you about to say, Ma?
I was about to say it's probably one of the last eras that was definitely emphasized respect and work ethic.
Right? Yeah.
Like that those two things was a must. That was instilled in every kid then.
Yep. It really was. And the working man had respect. Working men don't really get that much respect nowadays. For real. Really. And woman, working man and woman. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
And after that, you got Generation X. That was like the 60s through the early 80s type. So Generation X will be not unks. We the unks. I guess the old heads, they'll be in their 40s and 50s right now. Generation X.
I'll say that's kind of where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Now you on me now.
That's that a mixture of things. Gen X was in when that wall got knocked down, right?
Yeah.
Gen X, they had the wall knocked down, the grunge era, right? Rap, hip hop.
Yeah.
That's us.
I mean, but hip hop really like started like the 70s and the 80s. Our generation is what made hip hop the most popular genre. That was Millennials. Millennials did that shit. We watched.
I'll say my era. You got the Heavy D, you got the Heavy D, the Beastie Boys, the Run DMC.
Yeah.
Now I would talk about the grunge. The grunge is us.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You absolutely right. Grunge is us. The grunge era really is us. You're right. Yep.
Yeah, we can't give that shit to no Gen X. That was us, nigga. Fuck
I fuck
y'all go ahead and get, y'all got AC, DC, Kiss, and Pink Floyd and shit. Y'all, you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying though, all three of those. You feel me? I fuck with Pink Floyd for real, yo.
You know,
The
Doors. That was an inside joke.
So Gen X had Reagan, right? Gen X had the beginning of the crack epidemic. You feel me? The
Yeah,
city,
yeah.
You know, Gen X kind of
Yeah.
went through that, ushered a lot of that stuff in. Gen X had Gen X. Gen X can probably still remember hearing Malcolm X and Martin Luther King speak. You feel me? Or seeing them on the TV, or probably know somebody, or probably marched with. You feel me?
Yeah.
Gen X, man, they had some good ass music too, though.
Yeah.
60s and 70s, good shit. But I mean, yeah, Gen X, you know, when them kids came outside, I wouldn't say parents ain't give a fuck. Like kids, just go outside and play. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Get the fuck out of the house. Kids won't even supervise like that. Gen X.
Yeah,
You know
they say Gen X was the beginning of the latchkey kid. You feel me? You come home, you already know what to do. You feel me?
Right.
Yours is working. You know,
right. We had the it wasn't curfew. I would say once the you know, like once the street lights go off, all right. Once the street light went off, hey, right, it's time to get your ass inside. Hey, you better be on the step or be coming up the stairs or something, Joe. The street lights coming on. If you're not, that's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Yeah. You know, Gen X got that. They got that old school discipline too.
Yeah.
From the baby boomers. You know what I'm saying? Gen X grew up tough. Then after them, you got us. I mean, excuse me, millennials.
I mean, what more could be said? Like, like I was saying earlier, we are the reason why hip hop became so popular. You know, we was taught education was the key, right? You don't do right in school, you're gonna end up flipping hamburgers, you're gonna end up being a garbage man or some shit like that. You feel me? You're gonna end up being a janitor, shit like that. You feel me? Like go to school, do what you gotta do, go to college, and everything's gonna work out. No, it did not. And we was like really taught that shit. Like for real. That's why they say a lot of millennials got the student loan debt and got so many degrees that they can't even fucking use. You feel me? Like because education was pushed upon us. And I feel like the reason why education was pushed upon us culturally, black people, because before that, they didn't really have that many opportunities when it came to the little when it came to education and shit like that. So they were really trying to tell us like, take advantage of this. We just now start to get this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And another thing that I would say for us millennials, we shaped and we are the reason for a lot of like black culture, yo. For real, like think about it. Like we are the ones that really grew up watching 106 in Park and Living Single. You feel me? And Martin, all of that stuff. You feel me? Like we was the ones that was really All of them ratings, the stuff that kept the TV shows on the network, it was us. We was watching that shit. We pushed that. We pushed that culture, you know?
Yeah. And we also grew up with the rise of technology. We grew up with the rise of the internet and the rise of cell phones.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and our parents were strict too, but one thing about us millennials, our parents started to ease up a little bit on us. You know what I'm saying? I can't
Yeah.
speak for everybody, but you know, our parents were strict for the most part, but they started to ease up just a bit compared to Gen X and boomers.
Like, but those were our parents. You feel
Right.
me?
Yeah. Right. I would say grandma and great grandma was the
And
parents then. Yeah.
and like you know, I grew up in a house where it was like you eat what's in front of you. You
Yeah.
feel me? It's very rare that you had a choice in what you ate. Like I guess like the most we had a choice was probably like on a Saturday. You feel me? Or a Friday night or something like that. Every man for himself type shit. You feel me? But other
Yeah,
than that, I mean, you ate what was cooked, like for real. And it wasn't like no, well, if you don't like this, you don't eat nothing. It was like, no, you're going to eat this shit. You feel me? Real talk. That's why I don't like eggs to this day. I don't like
yeah,
eggs, for real, but in the house that I grew up in, I was more or less forced to eat them shit. So I used to give them to my brother. You feel me? But other
yeah,
than like, you know, like nowadays, I see it a lot, even in my own household when I was bringing up my kids and stuff. What y'all want to eat tonight? Type shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
yeah.
What y'all want to eat tonight? What y'all want to eat tonight? Or the
I ain't never get asked that as a kid. It was dinner ready.
either real dinner ready. Yeah, come and eat. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, I could smell what was cooking, but I ain't had no choice. I can't say on Friday or at least every other Friday that we ate out. It was either like McDonald's, Taco
Yeah,
Bell, Wendy's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I was always looking forward to that.
yeah.
You
And
know?
you know, like we was talking earlier that we trying to tell our side of the story. Like say the teacher, you feel me? Teacher call home from school or some shit. You got a letter, you got to bring it home, whatever. You trying to tell your side. It ain't no side. There is no your side. You feel
Right.
me?
It just her side. That's it. That's it.
Shut the fuck up. For so the teacher, you feel me? Oh, so the teacher lying on you type shit.
Yeah,
You'd be surprised, but yeah, the teacher fucking lying because I didn't do this. But you can't say that. You feel me? I was coming up. You can't say that. You feel me?
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, you can. That'd be your last day on earth. I mean,
Real like it like even pretty much that's what I'm saying. Like even trying to tell your side or tell how you felt about the situation or feel or whatever, that shit was automatically looked upon as disrespect.
yeah,
So now us being millennials, I can't say everybody, but y'all know what I'm talking about. We tend to give our kids that platform because we didn't have it. And here's where the thing comes that I see. There's like it has to be like to everything else. It got to really be like a certain balance to this because you give them the platform, you hear them out or whatever the case may be is. And now they're used to being able to talk freely or speak freely. And there's nothing wrong with speaking freely, but they haven't been taught that line between speaking freely and just complete disrespect.
Right. Yeah. I agree 100% with that logic right there.
You know, it's something I used to always tell my kids, like, I know you gonna talk your shit. I
Right.
know you gonna talk your shit. Don't let me hear it. That's where the disrespect come in. You feel me?
yeah, yeah.
That's where the disrespect. I know you gonna talk your shit if you don't agree with what I have to say to you. You feel me? But some of these kids, you know, I see it now on social media and all of that. Like they don't give a fuck. They look you dead in your face and what? You know? So it's like y'all get what I'm trying to say. It's like a balance. You got to give your kids, you know, like we try to give them that platform that we didn't have, but maybe there was a reason why we didn't have that platform.
I can see what you're saying.
You know,
I can see what you're saying a little bit, Joe. We try to give them like a little inch, but instead of them taking a little inch, they take a mile.
Yeah, you know, like that platform that we wasn't given. I think it gave us as millennials certain strengths, and what I mean by that, like, or it helped shape us for the world to where we can accept things if we can't do nothing about it, right? Even if our supervisor, our boss, or whatever get on our nerves, we able to calculate in our mind and make the decision if it's worth cursing this stupid motherfucker out.
Right? Yeah.
We can easily be like, you know what? I'll hold that shit. I need my job, right? Or I need to be in this class, so I need to do this. Fuck it, I can hold that. We ain't gonna hold too much, but this, fuck it, I can hold that because we are used to not having the platform to speak our fucking mind in the first place. You feel me?
Yeah.
But before you say something, Jamal, with that statement you just made, John, I see your point right there. With us, yeah, I'll say we really did have that. We really did have that. We wanted to talk back to that teacher or to that job. We deep down, like you said, deep down inside, that the inner West or the inner John or inner Jamal was like, hey, this motherfucker say something to me again, Joe. I'm finna go off.
You know, like we know how to.
Right? Yeah. But then the generation that came behind, y'all. I can't say behind me because y'all came behind me. The generation behind y'all, that they really don't have that platform. Really like to okay.
You know why? A lot of them didn't get smacked in the mouth.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to go with. Yeah,
didn't get popped in the mouth. You ain't get your whole fucking head knocked off. Like for real, you ain't get embarrassed in the class. You ain't get the shit smacked out of you in front of the classroom. You feel me? Like
yeah. You didn't get that embarrassment in class, you know what I'm saying, Joe? No, you get that embarrassment. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't get teased by your brothers and sisters after you got your ass beat.
No.
You gotta go back and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all, they ain't get none of that shit, yo. And that's why it's easier for us millennials to not just hold our tongue, but it's easy for us to give respect to other people out in the world that we see as our elders. Right? Yeah. We respect our parents. We respect our grandparents. We was taught that shit. You feel me? So it's easy for us to go out in the world and help an old lady with her stuff, or you feel me? Or
right, yeah.
You know, they got some of these kids now, like y'all pulling up to people's houses ready to fight.
Right, yeah.
That shit was unheard of when I was a kid. You put house and disrespecting their moms or their pops, you wildin'. You feel me?
Hey, I definitely feel but bro, do you remember when you were younger, Joe, when it snowed outside or the grass or the old lady needed her grass to be cut, Joe, you went and go cut that grass, or you went to go show
yeah. You know, like
I'll say the kids today now, Joe.
And it's not all of them. It's I see a lot of it. Like you pulling up to somebody's house wilding out. That shows me that you don't have no type of respect for elders or authoritative figures in your own home, because that shit should be second nature to you. You would never disrespect your moms like that. You feel me? You would never disrespect your pops like that or your grandparents and shit like that, no matter how mad you got. Right? You wasn't cursing out your mom. You wasn't, you feel me, for the most part.
But you probably you might set up on your rep or something, you know what I'm saying, Joe?
Gen Z was born for like the late 90s, early 2010 shit. And like you were saying, they'll pull up to your crib on some goofy shit, but while they pulling up to your crib, they gonna have their phone out. Ready to record. Because Gen Z, you know, they cool, but you know, they known for they technology babies.
They are. You know, they say that gives them, and that really has given them the upper hand in life, though. Like, here I am, right? 30 plus. I got the fucking work, which I'm not ashamed of it, but I got to clock in at somebody's job. You feel me? I have to. It's motherfucking 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 22-year-olds that ain't answering to nobody but fucking TikTok. or
YouTube.
Or YouTube and stuff like that. They really see, because we watched the birth of technology, right? We watched all of this shit pop off, but we didn't quite grasp. You feel me?
Yeah, they took it to. We seen the birth. We seen the birth of it, the infancy of it. We took it to another level.
Took it to a whole nother level, for real.
Yeah,
kind of like hip hop in a way. You feel me?
Yeah.
Us millennials we didn't witness the birth of hip hop, but we took hip hop to a whole nother level.
Yeah. Then Gen Z did too, in a way.
And no, the fuck they did.
We popularized it from late 90s to early 2010s. That was some good music.
That was still us. That was still us. It was still us. It was very few, you feel me? Very few Gen Z rappers and all of that shit from the late 90s to the 2010. That was us, bro. For real.
A few niggas came out, but that's gonna be a whole nother episode right there. But you know,
I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people is not gonna like what I have to say about that episode. But I'm gonna try to keep it respectful. I don't want to sound like the old man, you feel me, shaking his fist at the cloud, yelling at the.
We're gonna be talking about you, like, oh, why, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Gen Z do got some, you know what I'm saying?
Who, Chief Keef?
That's after Z. That's Alpha.
Now I'm talking about what generation is he?
Generation Alpha, the current one.
How old is he?
He can't be no more than 27 or 28.
So the
Gen Z.
He came out in 2016 though. That's after Z.
Thing about it is, like, Gen Z, I don't even think Gen Z, like, I mean, they contributed to hip hop, but Gen X and Millennials, we actually put in the footwork to support our artists. Like, you feel me? We went to the record stores, you know, we bought the tapes, we bought the cassettes, we bought the tapes, we bought the posters, we bought the CDs. You feel me? Like, we really contributed. Gen Z really just had to download. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Download this right here.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning of download. It wasn't like it is today. But you know,
that's what's that? It's like the CD burners and all that. That's the area right there, right?
Motherfucking what? Napster? Y'all remember Napster?
Yeah, Napster, Kazaa, LimeWire, uTorrent.
Oh,
There was a lot of them shits. You can get movies and CDs. But I mean, you know, I'd say with Gen Z, the parenting started to change a little bit. The parenting got a little more lenient, if I must say. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Because
I wouldn't say soft, but I would say it got gentle. The ass whippers stopped.
A lot of us, first of all, some of us millennials, we couldn't give our ass whoopings because they locking motherfuckers up for stupid shit. You feel me? You got
Yeah.
I call 911. I never dreamed to call a 911. What?
Man,
Like
I wish a
call
nigga would.
911 on my parents? You feel me? What the fuck? you know, like motherfuckers wasn't really doing shit like that. These kids now, they understand. You feel me? They understand like shit. I get your ass locked up. And then another thing, you can't. We handcuffed as parents. Feel me? I realize that we are handcuffed as parents when it comes to disciplining our kids nowadays. Because it's either us, the parents, that don't want to do it because we don't want our kids mad at us. We don't want to seem like bad parents, right?
Right, yeah.
We think we're being bad parents and stuff like that. We know how it felt when our mother or father looked us dead in our face and said, "You stupid motherfucker, what made you think that was actually going to work?" Like literally will tear your ass down verbally, like for real. You stupid motherfucker. You know that? You feel me? We don't want to say that shit to our kids, right?
Yeah.
Nah.
Go upside their head. We don't be wanting to do that shit. But the thing about it is, it keeps coming back to this. It corrected us. We know how it felt, and we didn't want to deal with that shit again.
Yeah.
For the most part, you know how many homeboys I grew up with, or whatever, never got in trouble with none of that shit because they was pops. They were scared of their mom. Like what? No, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, real talk. So and then another thing with us being handcuffed, we don't have with social media. We have the less influence over our kids the older they get. You feel me? Kids will kids will be in their own home and still in a whole nother world because they're in their room on the phone and social media. You feel me? There's no more interactions where little life lessons is taught just by maybe working. You feel me? Maybe helping your moms or your pops cook, helping your moms cook, helping your pops mow the lawn or some shit, or break up the leaves, is not something like that. And between those interactions with kids and their parents, you get certain conversations, you get certain little life lessons. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With social media stuff, kids don't really spend as much time with their parents like that anymore. And parents don't even really spend that much time with their kids because we locked in too, right? So
it was discipline with Gen Z, but it was more like go upstairs and go to your room. It was less physical discipline. You know what I mean?
Physical, yeah. And like,
come in, sit your ass down. You know what I'm saying? But motherfucker ain't get popped though. You know what I mean?
Right. I was saying what I was about to say was that. What I was about to say was that from y'all generation and someone of mine to this generation that's now coming up, like y'all said, okay, with us, we had the interaction of at school, and then once school is out, okay, yeah, I heard real quick, do our homework real quick, and I bet watch the TV for a little while, and then go outside and play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then what 2000 and 11, 12, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All that kind of changed now. All right, now forget going outside. All right, let me get my phone or my little my little laptop. And all right, now I can chit chat with my buddy through social media. Ain't no more going outside no more.
Nope.
Nah. I heard the kids say, go outside and do what?
Right, yeah. I heard it too before. Yeah, I heard the kid say that too before. Go outside, do what? What I'm gonna do outside?
Another thing with these, when it comes to like us as millennial parents disciplining our kids and stuff, we no longer, maybe because we can't, because shit done really changed a lot. But you know, we no longer allow the village to do what the village is supposed to do.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more often than not, it's who said something to my kid? You feel me? Don't say nothing to my child. You get what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super defensive over our children. A lot of us can't see our children doing anything wrong. You feel me? A lot of people be coming at the teachers now. Like when I was
See,
coming up,
millennials,
they on front, like the teacher's side was fucking word or some real shit.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I would say, man, what the teacher said was, man,
You feel me?
that was, man.
And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of them teachers wasn't lying. I
Yeah,
was
half
being
the time.
I was being shit. You feel me?
our generation was the last generation of others getting whipped us because I don't remember kids getting whipped in school. It was like,
Yeah,
take the little ruler, pop your hand with the ruler in school.
stuff like that.
I don't remember the neighbors beating, not me, but you know what I'm saying? The neighbors would beat kids. The fucking neighbor.
That correction
But
is missing a lot.
I
You
think,
feel me?
I think that shit stopped with the millennials. And another
It's not.
thing that stopped, I feel like, is chores. Like we had chores coming up. Like, shit,
Yup.
you want to go outside, wash them dishes and clean your room first. Then you
Mm-hmm.
can go.
Then you can go outside. Yup.
You
But
know what I'm
now,
saying?
yeah, yeah, I would say, yeah, I agree with that. I would say, but now, Joe, not in a whole bunch of other households. Well, let me put it this way: in some households, they're like, "I bet, let's make a deal. You do this. Well, you go do the chores, and then oh, you want some money for your for the what's it called that? Your for the V bucks and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I oh, mom, can I have something? Oh, did you go clean that room up? I give you such and such for that. Then go clean your room up for that.
We we tend to make the kids believe we reinforce the belief that they're they in general come before everything. And I don't know if most of us really understand how detrimental that shit really is. Because there's a term that we are all familiar with. A child stays in a child's place. And you know why? Because that child don't know yet. They don't know what we know. You feel me?
Yeah,
You let them, they don't know what we know. How do you give them this much power? You feel me? How you give them this much leeway to make these decisions and stuff like that? They don't know yet. And that's what us, and then we try so hard as parents in general, whether it's millennials, Gen X, whatever, we try so hard as parents in general to stop our kids from making the same mistakes that we made or we've seen other people make, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
But I feel like as the generations go on, it's gonna be harder and harder to do that. And I do believe that it started with us. Like it started with our generation. We really look, our generation is the one that coined the soft parenting shit, didn't we? Right? We coined that term soft parenting. You don't yell at your child, you don't curse at your child, you don't hit what? I'm a
Yeah.
fan. I'm a fan
that's
of
why.
you try soft parenting first. That's the first option. You feel me? That's the first option. We can talk this out. I can explain to you what you did wrong or why this would be a bad decision. The minute you
Yeah,
get crazy with me, soft parenting is out the motherfucking window because now I got to match your energy. Not only do I have to match your energy, I literally have to remind you
Or who the hell I am?
of who the fuck is in charge here.
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta
That's what
remind
I'm saying. The parent, whatever you say should be law. It shouldn't be no negotiation with your kid, and that's what's going on today a lot in homes.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a
You can't
little
speak for every home, but
yeah, I'm a little 50-50 on that. I feel like some stuff should be negotiations because one thing as parents, sometimes our need to protect and shield it blind us from certain things to where our child may have to put us on to something. You feel me? Yo, pop, it ain't even really like that. Let me explain real quick. You feel me? Pop, 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 pop. You want to talk to such and such? They can tell you a little bit more about it. What I do agree with the no negotiation is the shit that we know to just be straight up fucking wrong. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no gray area about it. Like we just know that this is wrong. Like for example, um, chores, right?
Yeah.
You don't do your fucking chores for the week, and you still think that you're supposed to get money? I'm not negotiating that shit. No. And you ain't do what you supposed to do. I'm not negotiating that shit. But let's say you have done your chores and you brought home a great report card. You want to go to maybe a state over with your friend and their family for something. I might not be cool with that because it's a city over or it's a state over or something. But I can negotiate with you. You feel me? You have the opportunity to put, I ain't just going to shut it down. You got the opportunity to present your case to put me at ease. You feel me? Well, you know, such and such parents is going to be there, or this person is driving, and I could call you and this. And all right. You feel me? That's why I'm 50-50 on it. I do believe that as millennials, we still try to see from our kids' point of view. But we too extreme with that shit. Some of us is just too extreme with it to where we just shield our kids. You feel me? And then some of us is just a little bit too relaxed with the shit. Like shit, do what the fuck you want to do because I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do when I was a kid, you know? So I don't know.
yeah. I don't know what I do know is this current generation Alpha from the mid 2010s to now. That's what's going on now, and those the babies to the young kids. You know, young toddlers, young kids, and
Yeah.
you know, I wouldn't say they're gonna be worse than Z, but talk about technology babies. I mean, these generation Alpha babies, they got cell phones and tablets, and they can't even talk yet. They can't even walk, but they know how to take that fucking tablet and slide it up and unlock it. You feel me?
So here's the thing. I actually think that that's kind of cool in a way because eventually, they're gonna learn to talk. Obviously, you feel me? We ain't gotta worry about that. They're gonna learn to talk. But me being such a having such an interest in reading as a kid, you feel me? I'm able to understand a lot more. You feel me? I can comprehend a lot more because I read a lot when I was a kid. You feel me? It's certain things that I'm more open-minded to because I read a lot when I was a kid. For real, I was introduced to all kind of information at the age of 6, 7, 5. As soon as I was able to read, I was on go. I feel like in a way with these kids, just like you said, with that technology stuff, that shit about the man, you know what they're gonna be capable of once they turn 10 and 13 and shit.
That's fine. But I'm talking about kids like 2, 3, and 4.
That's even better because we know they're gonna learn how to talk, but I just think that if it's used in the right way, they're gonna really be able to benefit from that. I really do. For real. Like I think they're gonna be able to benefit from that shit, yo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. I feel like if you can take your little 2-year-old finger and swipe a tab and unlock it, I want you to be able to write your ABC or write your name too.
That's gonna
Like,
be
it seems to be, I take your phone or take your tablet away. Now you're crying. I give it back to you. That's the only way you shut up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
but I mean, yeah, but I mean, think about this. They swiping, right? Some of them know how to type in what the fuck they want to watch, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
What that is
But
though.
you might well learn how to write your name. You can do all that.
But yeah, but guess what? That right now, only their fingers could do that. But guess what?
Oh,
That
oh,
no,
but
but guess what that is though? If you got a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old or 4-year-old that can't even write their name yet, right? Or being taught, but they could type that, they already know how to spell. They already know if they could type in what they want to watch on YouTube, they know how to spell. If they could figure it out, they already got seeds planted of problem solving. You get what I'm saying? You're not Jamal not checking that shit at all.
I dig it though. I dig it, man. But you know, I'm old school to the core, man.
That's
You know what
problem
I'm
solving,
saying?
though, man. That's problem solving, bro. At 3 or 4 years old, you are figuring out to skip an ad. At first, they ain't know what the fuck was going on. They'll probably bring you the tablet, right?
yeah.
Hey, yo, shit on commercial, change this. But now they watching you. They see exactly what you do to where now they can skip the ad themselves. Go right to skip. Boop. That's problem solving, adaptation. That's a good thing, I think, if used well, you know.
I would say,
It got pros and cons to it. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
would say, because I'm kind of like on the fence with both of y'all with this argument right here a little bit. I'm on the fence with both of y'all because, okay, yeah, I see what John's saying with that. I understand what John's saying, and I agree 100% with him. And also, I agree with you, what you saying. Okay, yeah. So no, your kids should be able to at 3 or 4 years old, they should learn how. Hey, count to 5. Let me hear you count to 5. All right, if you don't count to 5, then I know what you're not getting this tablet, you're not getting this phone, you're not getting any devices. Sure enough, yeah, you're gonna be upset with me about it. But sure enough, you're gonna sit down in front of me, or you know what, better yet, let me get your table, and then you sit down in front. You sit down at your table, and I sit I sit in front of you, and watch you do it. And as you doing it, I bet bring it to me, and I check. You know what I'm saying, Joe? Hey, count. I'm saying count to 5. Write your name. Do your ABCs real quick for me.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's cool. You know, back in that day, we had those notebooks
Right?
with the letters,
Yeah.
the letters and the numbers, but it was little lines, so you had to trace it. You know what I'm saying? So you know, we had shit like that. I remember I was about 10 years old. I had a whole encyclopedia section, like the fucking books. You know what I'm saying? It was like 20 fucking books, bro. So if I needed to know something, I had to grab the encyclopedia and literally look it up.
And look up yourself.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, nowadays you can just pick your phone up, type it in Google, type it in chat, boom, with the click of a button. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It could be good or bad. It's a pro and a con to it.
Right,
Though,
yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Probably more good than bad, but you know, it is what it is. Shit, we basically damn near covered everything. Anything we gonna touch on with discipline look like back then for us?
I mean, shit, we already know what discipline looked like back then On some real shit. Watch your motherfucking mouth. Watch your tone of voice. Watch your facial expressions. Fix your motherfucking face. When we go in this store, don't ask for nothing. Don't touch nothing. Don't act a motherfucking fool. You feel me? When we go in this church,
Ooh.
keep your ass up. Do not sleep in motherfucking church. You feel me? Like,
Mm.
we already knew what this shit was. We knew how to act. And when we didn't know how to act, we got we already, and then like you were saying earlier, Mizu, like it ain't even have to be your mom's, B. It could be your
Yeah,
aunt, it could be the first lady of the church, it could be the deacon. Grab your
yeah,
mom and sit your ass down. Where your mother at?
Now
You
you know
feel
what
me?
church.
You know, like
yeah,
I know y'all all know about the stare. I even developed that shit, and it worked for a while too. When my kids was younger, all I
yeah.
had to do was look at them, just like this.
Man, that
And it's a
that's
wrap.
still
You feel me?
that's still that's
You
still
Don't even gotta say
that's
nothing.
still
don't even
that's
gotta
still
say nothing. You
yo
feel me?
you have to say you know how I say one word. They knew what that still meant.
You
Like
gotta
hey,
say shit. I remember there was a
Mhm.
time where even if Mama Love probably couldn't handle the kids, I keep acting up, and I'm gonna tell your father.
when you get home
You feel
from
me?
church, I was like when you get home from church on the real, you know it's a rap for you.
Another thing I want to touch on as millennials, I think as millennials, our generation and probably the generation after us too, we are the generation that deal with more blended families, if you will, when it comes to parenting. You feel
Yeah,
me? You have stepfathers, you have stepmothers, you have maybe some nieces or nephews that had to come and live with their aunt. You feel me? Had to live with their uncle and some shit. They grown up with their cousins and stuff like that. I think us as millennials, we have more blended families. We do, you
Yeah,
know, as
yeah,
opposed to the generations before us. Your family, for the most part, really was like your father was your pops, your blood pops. You feel me? Your moms was your biological mother. Your brothers and sisters, they was your biological brothers and sisters. They wasn't your cousins that really grew up. We had a little bit of that, but you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, for the
yeah,
most part, everybody came from the same, you know.
yeah.
But
yeah,
Um,
us now, you feel me? It's a lot of blended families, you know.
yeah.
So I
I'll
think that
say
part.
I'll say with the with that whipping, well, with the discipline that we spoke about throughout the whole show. Um, I remember, and this happened to me quite a few times. This happened to West. I had to go outside. I had to first go get a knife. I had to go get a knife, go outside, and cut down this branch. A switch, a switch.
yeah,
Man, and you know how niggas be, you know what I'm saying, Joe? Hey, West thinking that he's smart, you know what I'm saying, Joe? West go find the smartest switch in the world.
I remember
yeah.
a
I
comedian.
remember you going to find your own switch. Imagine that.
There was a comedian. I forget who it was. I want to say Eddie Griffin, right? I forget what stand up it was, but he was just talking about how that shit was just like straight psychological warfare.
Yeah, yeah,
Even
yeah,
a motherfucker to get the tool of their very own demise. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
that
right.
shit.
I used to
So
get hit with anything landing around the house. I got hit with an extension cord before, the
yeah,
Bro,
brown. Y'all know the little thing on the blind for the thing to
yeah,
turn the blind. I got hit with one of the rules. Like whatever's around the house, a nigga will
there
get
yeah,
you
hit
go.
with.
yo.
And so a lot of times parents didn't even explain why they whipping you. It's because I said so. That's
Yeah,
what
because
that's
I was,
what discipline was like for us back in the day. You know what I mean?
was we grew up under the what's his name? This ain't no fucking democracy. This is dictatorship.
Right? Yeah. This
You
is
feel me?
dictator shit right here. Yeah.
Democracy.
Yeah. So the discipline for us back then, was it effective?
I think it. I mean, that depends. It took me personally. It took me a while to get it right. You know. But for the most part, I do believe it was effective. I bring up one of my closest friends. We'll call him Els. Els watch this too. He'll know I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
his pops, we was fucking scared of his pops. His pops was very strict, very strict. And Els, for the most part, made all of the right decisions. You feel me? You know, when it came time for Els to come of age and let certain shit go, he let certain shit go. And he stood up, and you get what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
he ain't had to go through a lot of shit that a lot of us had to go through. You feel me? All of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Els already kind of knew what it was because that strict discipline that he had growing up, which I can't really like talk, is what I saw, but that shit put Els on the right path. You feel me? So I do believe that, yeah, it did help out a lot of kids. You feel me? I think it helped out a lot of people, yo. It took me a long time. Experience had to teach my ass. You feel me? Like
Oh
for
yeah,
real.
me too. Me
Yeah,
too.
real. Like learning from
Weapons and bees. I was still being sneaky. I wasn't never really bad per se. I was more sneaky than anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm saying
Yeah.
it's more like me too. I was more like on the sneaky side.
see, because it was like really rough for us, most of us millennials, especially as black kids, because we grew up in the 90s, which means we grew up during the aftermath of the crack epidemic, right? And
Yeah.
the war on drugs and all of these laws that was targeted, that was made and targeted black culture and black people because of all of the shit that was going down in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s and stuff like that. So we really, man, our parents was on, feel me? I'm
Yeah.
talking about as
Yeah.
a whole. Obviously, not everybody parents, but our parents was dealing with these addictions that caught everybody. You feel me?
Yeah.
Fraud and shit like that. So a lot of us as kids, we went into the system. We turned to the streets. We as millennials, like we really fucking had that shit rough, man. Experience was our best teacher for the most part because, like you were saying, the kids that did have that strict discipline, for the most part, they either used it, like my boy Els, and learned from it, like my boy Els, or some of us ignored it, right? And some of us just didn't have it because of what was going on, crack and all of that shit. You feel me? So it was
Yeah.
like it was hard, man. It was real hard for millennials. We went through a lot of stuff, like like Gen X kids, parents probably wasn't home because they was working. Millennial kids' parents more than likely wasn't home because they was out on a drug binge or they was out getting the money. They was out selling the drugs. So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real. You know, like we said, we touched on pretty much everything for the most part, but any more thoughts and opinions on parenting today? And if so, what changed about it?
Like I said, like we pretty much said, I mean, what really changed about it is us being traumatized as kids, us being traumatized. We either feel like we have to prove how much we love our kids, right? Whether we
Yeah.
try to prove it to ourselves, whether we try to prove it to the world, whether we trying to prove it to our kids, we really have this thing that like, and I feel like it is trauma from what our parents went through and what they was going through as raising us, because our parents went through some shit. as black people, they went through some shit, yo. Gen X and all of that, they went through some shit as black people, yo, for real. I think that played a major part in it. So whether we had it hard coming up or whether our parents protected us too much, we just want to, as a whole, I feel like we just want to be able to just let our kids be happy, right? We there to just fix any problem that they have. Any problem that they have. And I do believe that that can be detrimental because if you never feel the fire, if you never get burnt, you feel me? You have no caution. You don't never slip and fall. You ain't gonna be cautious when you see the fucking road that says slippery and wet. You feel me?
Yeah.
But with that statement though, bro, that statement just made, I'll say, but us as parents, we tell our kids, hey, don't walk on that floor right there. It's slippery. Now, your hard-headed ass, you know what I'm saying, Joe, you don't listen to what I just said, and you still want me ignorant or not ready to what I just said to you and still walk on that floor and slip and fall. I just told you 5-10 minutes ago, hey, don't walk on that floor right there. It's slippery. Hey, don't touch that stuff right there. The ass still hot. Don't touch it. It's hot.
Yeah. Gotta find out the hard way.
Right, yeah.
It's a very thin line between being a protector and a parent than being an enabler, right? And fueling the bullshit.
Yeah.
Very thin line between that shit. And as parents, that shit is hard to distinguish, yo, because we want everything for our kids. We want everything for them. We really do. If we have it our way, our kids would never cry, would never feel pain, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Only
I
thing
got two little girls. I never full blown whipped them, but when they was bad at acting up, I did cluck them in the forehead, and that'll get them straight. I work every time. Yeah, right in the forehead. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even really gonna get back on that, yo. But some of these kids need to get the shit smacked out of them, yo. Some of them do.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I believe
because they get put on timeouts instead of getting whooped. That's why.
And
I believe there's a difference between regular growing.
I got a question, Joe.
What's
I got a question for the people in the comments, or the people that's gonna watch this on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. This timeout shit, what the hell is that really gonna do?
Timeout?
Yeah, that timeout. What's?
I don't know. I mean, basically, you were in timeout, but you still can get your phone though. You still got your phone, so I don't know.
It really depends on your kids. What timeout means to them.
Just go in your room with your phone instead of being in the living room with your phone. I guess.
How I used to do it was, you feel me? I raise my voice, or maybe I'm not gonna pay the phone bill or something. Because first of all I got is daughters, so I ain't putting my hands on nobody. You feel me? Yeah. All I got daughters. I told my daughter sometimes, I promise you, if you was a boy, I'd have went right outside backyard and threw hands with you. Straight up, yo. But I can't do that. You feel me? And my little girls, you know?
Yeah.
I cut on the forehead. Yeah, it's great.
Real quick.
You know?
Run on their forehead crying. Hey, stop doing that shit.
And I ain't even talking about the regular growing pain shit. I'm talking about the talking back crazy. You feel me? You know, just being that like, nah, you need to get the shit smacked out of you. Like for real, it is what it is. Like you need to these kids need to realize that you are not as powerful as you think you are. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everything when a child raises up at their mother or their father or anybody that's taking care of them, they don't realize that all the confidence, you feel me? Like all of the confidence that you have to allow you to raise your voice at me or curse me out, I gave you that.
Yeah.
The
I
parent
gave
gave
you that
you
power for
that.
that. I gave you
You
the
get what I'm
power. I gave you
saying?
the power.
The platform that you feel that you could stand on, the pedestal that you feel that you could stand on to talk back crazy to your mother, your father, or whatever, who the fuck you think built that platform? So when they forget it, knock that shit the fuck down.
Or something
Knock
to
Yeah.
the date.
it down. You feel me? Knock it down. Because sometimes, unfortunately, you have to remind them, you can't do this without me yet. You feel me? Not yet. You 13, you 14, you 16. You feel me? You
You ain't
think
Kid,
fucking.
kids,
you
I'm
know?
saying. I'm
kids,
What?
saying.
they got
I'm
bigger, they
saying.
got bigger
That's my age.
voices and more say so nowadays.
That's my
Mm-hmm.
age that you start spanking yourself out. Where yeah, you start spanking
You
yourself
got
a little
more
bit.
say so. You know,
Start spanking
it's
yourself a
hard.
little bit.
That shit is just hard being a millennial, man. But one thing I will say, we kind of hit up on the discipline and everything, but one thing I do want to say, like, why I love being a millennial is because we are so important to Black culture. We really are.
Yeah.
Millennials are important to Black culture, yo. We really are. Think about it, man. They got this thing. I was literally asking, I think it was no, it was y'all. They got this thing like, how are we like the new grown-ups? Because we don't take shit serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We don't take shit serious, yo.
you know, it's okay
But
to laugh and have fun and stuff.
but
When the shit get real, we
oh
ready.
yeah,
You know?
obviously when shit get real,
Oh
but
yeah. I
at
also
the
just been
same
saying. I was
time,
saying right, right,
because
right. I'll say when the shit the fan, then you're like, all right. Now it's time to get the junkie mode, and now time
yeah,
to get the.
I'm talking about like the fun side of it. Like we talked about, like how it is trying to discipline the kids, but we are different too when it comes to like having a good time with our kids. You feel me? Like we are the parents that's like, well, shit. I mean, I used to curse when I was a kid too. Fuck it, don't let your mom hear. You
Right.
get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Like, don't let your mom hear. Like fuck it. I used to, I feel like we also, because I was like that. I ain't gonna lie. I was the pops just like, oh shit, that ain't too crazy. I just do shit
Yeah.
like, when they used to come home with 70s or some shit like that, like maybe a 77 on a test or some shit, I used to be like, shit, that's passing to me.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like shit. That's
I always give a little pep talk. Like that's good, but you can always do better.
oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
definitely. But I ain't about to sit here and just be like, oh, you got a 77. You need to do better. Like, nah, like you can up it up a little bit more, but shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
At least you passed. You feel me?
right. You stay focused on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, Joe? You stay focused on that. You stay focused on that classwork. You know what I'm saying, Joe? You stay focused and stop talking to and stop talking to your friends. You just for a little minute until you done
Yeah.
with the test.
You
Until
know?
y'all get done with that test, and then after y'all done with that test, all right, bet cool. Hey, it's cool. You can chit chat a little bit, but not doing that test. I'll say, my fault. You didn't put it this way because I know there's some kids watching. I say,
Ain't no kids watching this. No kids need to be watching this show.
Millennials and Gen Z can get in
yeah,
this, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I say like
Well,
this.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, Gen Z
I
can get in this.
I say from when school start until you go outside for recess or whatever. Don't talk to your friends then until recess. All right, once recess can go, all right, it's all good to go. It's all good to chit chat. But once school kick it back off again, until the time y'all get dismissed, you focus.
Yep.
Yeah. So riddle me this: does modern parenting create more confidence or more entitlement?
I say entitlement. I'm just gonna say entitlement. I say entitlement. I don't think that there's a good balance. You know, I really don't think that there's a good balance. Um, Another thing that bothered me one time, like my daughter literally had asked my wife one time how to make grilled cheese without no, how to make like toast without a toaster. And that shit pissed me off.
What?
How the
Cause just like my wife said, you take the motherfucking bread, you get some goddamn aluminum foil, and you put it in the fucking oven.
basically,
I mean, I feel you, bro. I look at that as a learning moment, a
you
teaching
know what I'm
moment.
saying, Joe, get a little
Let me
skillet, you know what I'm
teach you
saying,
something
Joe?
right there.
Like, yeah, I was upset, but I ain't say that to her. But I'm thinking
Yeah.
like,
I feel you, but at the same time, like, let me teach you something new, right quick.
what?
See, you know,
What? Like, it's like, I don't know. It's like some of those survival skills ain't there, B. You feel me? Some of them survival skills is not there, and it's a good thing. That's why I always say it's hard. Like you just try to find your balance the best way that you can, because like you don't want them, nobody wants their kids to struggle or go without, but then
nah.
still want to teach them how to survive if shit go wrong one fucking day. You feel me?
That's the good thing about us and X. We can work the old shit and the new shit. We can
Yeah,
work a cell phone and a VCR.
yep. I'm like, for
You know what
real.
I'm saying?
I can't read no map.
Now,
I can't read no map. B. I'm sorry. I learned how to drive in the GPS era.
The reading map is easy. It's a little legend key right in the
Yeah.
corner of the map. It probably got little markers about this long, and it might be like an inch for a mile. So you just take your finger or a ruler, all right, an inch, boom, okay, it's a mile right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This shit easy, man.
That shit,
Yeah,
man.
you can read maps and fucking use GPS. So our generation, is the shit. Real quick before you go to the next segment, I was watching this little TikTok and they was asking rookies that played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were NFL rookies, and they
Uh-huh.
was showing them pictures, and they were like, "What's this?" And they couldn't get nothing right. They had Power Ranger toys, a floppy disk. You know what I'm saying? I think a PlayStation 1,
Mm-hmm.
a CD, and they ain't know what none of that shit was, bro. I'm like, damn. And they had to put the name in the year they was born. And the years was like 2006, 2007.
I
I'm
think
like,
that's to
damn.
be expected though, for the most part, because you could probably show me some shit from the motherfucking 1940s and 30s. I probably won't know what the fuck that shit is used for. You feel me?
You don't know, bro. You don't know. Trust me.
right, I was just about to say, right, I would say it's like the simplest thing. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, all right.
If you seen a record player from the 40s, you're going to know it's a record player.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo,
But,
yeah,
you know,
bro, did payphones go like obsolete?
Yeah, I'm saying,
another quick story.
I think after I don't know what year, cause I wanna fuck it up or nothing, but I
Mm-hmm.
think after a certain year, Joe, I know like in 2000 or something, payphone was gone.
Yeah. I seen my last payphone last summer on my route. It was a payphone sitting right in the Exxon parking lot, and it was connected to a wire too. I don't know if it worked or not. I'm like, damn, this got to be the last payphone in the fucking city. And I ran by it every day. And one day, I seen the guys dismantling that joint. I'm like, man, what the fuck they doing to the fucking phone? The phone won't fucking with nobody. Then the next day, the whole phone was gone. The whole phone gone. They took the whole joint down, bro. I'm like, why?
The phone wasn't fucking with nobody. Let me ask you a question, Jamal. As a millennial, have you found have you accepted that we now have to plan the Thanksgiving dinners and the Memorial Day barbecues and the family reunions and stuff like that?
Yeah, yeah. I accepted it because I looked up to, X and the baby boom was planning all that shit as a youngin. So now it's
Yeah.
our turn.
Yeah. Do you think us as millennials are as family oriented as the other generations before us was?
Nah,
I don't think
I
so
don't think.
either.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I can't speak for every household, but some families get together for Christmas, Thanksgiving, or whatever. But you know, back in the day, we would love, man, like the whole goddamn. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We were fucking by the family from out of town too.
Yep.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was more often, but I don't think it's I don't think it's more family oriented. I think it changed.
That shit is
You know.
crazy. Man, I'm about to be 40 and shit.
Yeah.
That shit crazy. Just
Yeah.
watched 06 in Park the other day, B.
Let's run through these last two segments. So why the generations changed in the first place?
I mean, because the world changes.
Yeah,
So as the world
I was
changes,
just about to say the same thing. I just about to say the same thing.
as the
As the
world
world
changes,
change,
you gotta adapt or get left, right?
right? Yeah.
For the most part,
It's the a devil get left behind.
or I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
some people choose to be left behind, and that's okay with that. You feel me? Some people just can't do it. Some people they still stick to their main stuff or whatever, and I get it.
Yeah,
But for the most part, generations change as the world changes.
yeah. And like you said, you still can stick to your root though, but I think social media exposure sped it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. And I ain't gonna lie, that's one thing I don't like about this new generation with this technology and stuff. I don't like how fashion and slang and for the most part is no longer exclusive. It's pretty much universal. I don't really like that very much. Um
Yeah,
I don't know. It ain't no big major thing, but personally, I liked it when we was exclusive to certain things. Like, like New Yorkers, we put a son, you feel me? Yeah, son. Or what's good, or Tim's and stuff like that. Cali, what the Dickies and the and like that shit was just exclusive to them. Now everything is universal because of social media.
right. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's definitely sped it up on why a generation has changed. And research on child psychology played a small little factor too because mental health wasn't a thing, with us millennials. Oh,
Yeah,
tough it out. Are you feeling sad, mad, you and your feelings depressed? I don't give a fuck. Go tough it out.
yeah.
But
We still give a fuck,
we
man.
all know mental health is really a thing. I mean, and it could be for the better,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying?
Ah, man,
Just
we actually need to have
out there.
we need to have a show on that because I actually feel like it's frowned upon too much by black men. And I don't really men in general, actually, not even just black men, but men in general, most men that I know shy away from conversations like that. They don't want to have those type of conversations. They probably look at it as some type of weakness, or like you said, toughen it up. that shit don't exist. You gotta like, nah, yo. I don't care what nobody think. I mean, the physical health is real, right? Obviously, mental health is fucking real. You know, like, how do you not?
It was, but it wasn't when we was growing up, though. That wasn't even a thing. I didn't even know about mental health till I was an adult.
You know why?
Right, yeah.
You know why it was always there? Because I don't know what the voice that you hear when you are thinking, that is your mental health, B. It was always real. It was always real. We hear, I'm pretty sure y'all hear a voice when y'all think, right?
Yeah.
You hear voices that tell y'all, yeah, you could do this, right? Or damn, I shouldn't have did that. Or whatever the case may be. You hear that voice. I don't know how I explain it, but I'm pretty sure you hear that voice. And that
Right
to
there in
me,
the door.
yeah,
Say,
that to me
hey.
is your mental health. When that voice is telling you you ain't shit, you ain't never gonna be shit, that's bad mental health. That's bad thinking. That's stinking thinking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Health was always a thing. We just didn't have a word for it. We didn't have a word for it, and it was also looked at as mental retardation, right? I don't even think we could say that word no more. I think that word is like banned shit. You
Yeah,
feel me?
you better not say retarded, or you better not say midget either.
You feel me?
Right, yeah. I think you gotta say little person or something like that. Some
Yeah.
Like, which that's a whole nother conversation too. This country is a big ass fucking contradiction. People themselves are a big ass fucking contradiction. Like for real. For real.
America.
You don't want to say retard, but you'll call somebody a faggot in a heartbeat.
right.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You feel
Like
me?
what?
Like
Joe, like really? Come on, Joe.
this whole country is a big ass fucking contradiction. Like you don't want to say midget, but you'll call somebody a fucking nigger with the hard R in a fucking heartbeat. You
Yeah.
feel me? What the fuck? Black people, we don't want to be discriminated against because of our color, but we look at people in their sexual orientation or their choice of religion. Big
Right.
ass contradiction, yo. For real, this whole fucking country.
We quick. Right. We quick.
Yes, man.
Real quick to like, you know what I'm saying, Joe? Cast judgment real quick.
Yeah. I used to be the same way, man, but I matured and I learned and I grew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Read more research, and it's possible to change your ways. I mean, if you don't change every 5 years of your life, there's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying?
like, you really, and that's what.
Cause we about to be 40. We definitely not the same niggas who was 35 or 30 or 25. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that it's I actually don't know what to call it, but most of us change was looked upon as a bad thing, right? Because it's like, nigga, I ain't about to change who I am for nobody,
Right.
right? Anytime we say that, I ain't
All the
changing
time.
for nobody. I'll always be me. This is me. I ain't changing shit. Thing about it is, you don't have to change you, but you can change your way
Of doing stuff.
doing stuff if it's better for you, though. Only if it's better for you. If the shit don't do you no good or whatever the case may be, is if it's bringing harm your way or whatever, all right, then stick to your motherfucking guns. But if it could make life better, meaning staying out the streets, we all know that can make your life better, right?
Yeah.
You now have a certain X amount of percentage of a longer, healthier life being free too, right?
Right.
Why not make that change if it's going to make your life better? I don't get that. That is what I don't understand when it comes to change. Like, there's certain things about me that I will never, ever, ever change. One of those things, I do not have a price. There are a lot of things in this world that I will do for money. There are also a lot of things in this world that I would never do for money, and I will never change on that. You get what I'm saying?
My favorite Jay-Z songs has never changed. Never
You,
changed the J every day.
that's one of my shits. You feel me? My morals and my values, for the most part, ain't going to never motherfucking change, B. My morals and my values will never change. But you know what changed? My religion. For real.
Yeah.
I used to think a certain way. I used to believe in a certain thing. I don't anymore. But it's not hurting nobody and it's not hurting me. You feel me?
Yeah.
It made my life easier. Certain questions I wanted answered, I don't really care too much about no more. You know? It brought a certain comfort to me. And that's, I think that's like one of the core things of change. Like, you can change, B, but you don't have to change everything. And only change if it's beneficial to you and you know it's going to be beneficial. And not switching this up is going to lead you on a darker path or a more fucked up path. Change that shit.
Yeah.
Change it.
I would say, but I would say, with, like you said, now you brought a good point though, Joe. But I'm going on. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go on the other side of the fence for a little bit for this one, and say, like you said, change. Like you said, me back in the day, I used to sell. I'm not saying me for instance. Used to sell. Okay, now as you got older and you got locked up and like, oh man, yeah. All right. So as soon as I get out, as soon as I get out, as soon as I get out of these, as soon as I get out, you know what? I'm going right back to what I used to do. I'm going back to my old way. I'm going back. I'm going back to selling. I'm going back to stealing. I'm going back to robbing. I'm going back to killing, or whatever. Your mindset don't never change for the good. You know,
Yeah.
it's always gonna say that bad way.
That's because, like, I think Jamal could, like, really identify with this, because me and him are two guys that used to deal in certain dealings, right? Back in the day.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, Jamal, it happened for him one fucking day. I don't know when it was. You feel me? But one day Jamal made a decision. One day I made a decision. I can tell you the exact moment when I made it. I can tell you what happened. I wanted to go to the refrigerator and just open the refrigerator, and I couldn't because I was locked up. Something that simple. I can't even. Y'all ever go to your refrigerator, open the door, don't even get nothing, just open the door and look at it?
Like,
the freedom.
Yeah, you feel me? And the freedom. That's something so simple, it clicked in me. Just like whatever it was for Jamal, it clicked in him. And it's for a lot of people in making any type of changes or any type of decisions to change. When women, right, are going through these abusive relationships, physical or verbal or whatever, a lot of them stay until one thing, something happens. You feel me?
Yeah.
And they finally make the decision to change their course, to make a better decision. It just depends on what happened and when that person finally accepts that this is what I want now for me. You feel me? Like, this is what I want now for me. Like, I think we just topic a little bit, but you feel me? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, you know, like it's about that decision. Change is good. Change can be very good, but
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, change can be good.
it's frowned upon from where we come from. You changing up for you switching up for this broad, you switching up for that, right?
Oh, nigga, oh man, you
Oh,
changed,
you
bro.
ain't
Oh, you got a job now, Joe.
you
Oh,
got
you,
a job,
oh,
man. You ain't you feel me?
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you because I'm tired of this, or I'm tired of that. Oh,
right.
you really gonna leave him? You been with him for 15 years. Well, for 15 years, he been putting his foot up her ass. You feel me? Like, what the fuck you mean? You feel me? Like, yeah, she's gonna leave him. She finally made that
Joe,
decision. The right, she changed. She had the strength
yeah,
and the courage to change something. But
Might took her a little minute, but shit, she got him out of there.
it always take us a little minute, yo. For the
Yeah.
most part, it usually take both of us a little minute. I know it took me some damn time. Too much motherfucking time. Before I got my own mind right.
yeah,
Yeah. Y'all know right. There it is. You know, I know for me, you know, my oldest kid was sick at the time, and she had to visit me through that glass, and she thought I was coming back home with her. She was crying and screaming and reaching, and that
Mm-hmm.
shit me up. And I said, I ain't never coming back in this motherfucker ever again. And I did 3 years later, but you know.
Nah, but that's like, but you know what though? Like, it be like that because I did the
uh,
same thing. A lot of us did. Man, I ain't never come back with this motherfucker. I've been
right.
locked
And,
up every single birthday from
no,
17 all the way to like 22.
yeah,
You know how many times I said I wasn't going back to jail when I was released in between those all of those years?
yeah,
It'd be like that. You know, you just gotta make that decision. When you really make it, you gotta stick with that shit no matter what. No matter what. You gotta stick
yeah.
with it.
And
And a
I'm
good
lying. I said 3 years. I need to say six. My bad. It was '09 and 2015.
shit, that's not a bad stretch, bro.
yeah, I was about to say, no, it's like, yeah,
2015, 10 years ago. Man, been in trouble in 10 years. This shit, because I changed. You
Yep.
know. So what generation is better?
I was shit. There ain't no fucking debate. Yeah, I said it
yeah.
was. Yeah, I said it was. I said it.
Austin, Austin agree with you, bro. On the real, damn. Austin agree with you.
And I just
About
the reason why I feel like ours is the best, and I said it earlier, and I'm gonna keep it real brief. I just feel like, in my opinion, millennials really put the work in to put black culture on the map on so many different platforms. Music,
yeah,
and I ain't talking about the people that's actually putting in the work. I'm talking about the supporting it. You feel me? Buying the movie tickets, buying the albums, buying the cassettes. You feel me? And stuff like that. Like I really feel like we tuning into these shows and stuff like that. I really feel like we really put a lot of support in black culture, and it took us far. It took us far even now. You feel me?
yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree with you, bro.
Yeah, I
It
do too. Yeah.
gotta be us, man. You know, we different, we unique, you know.
we
And,
are.
and shots out to X though, you know, cause
Mhm.
they grew tough as a motherfucker, and you know they got some good music, some bangers in X, but it was a revolutionized music, you know, and we took a lot of X samples, you know,
Yeah, we did.
especially Bad Boy and Diddy during the '90s, sampling every fucking thing, but you know.
That guy, yo. You think we need to
Oh,
do a show on that documentary?
Yeah, I gotta watch episode 3. I watched the first 2 episodes.
oh man. Ooh.
maybe that could be the next one because if something trending, we gotta hop on it while it's still trending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, any thoughts, man, on millennials, Gen Z, Gen X, boomers, alpha?
Nah, I think I spoke enough. I ain't gonna lie. I probably talked too much on this damn show. For real. I said enough.
Man, no.
Just keep in mind, man, millennials been through it all, man.
The best
COVID,
cartoon.
Anthrax, yeah. Best cartoons, yeah. Best cartoons. The best era of hip hop.
Yep. Best sitcoms. Grow up to. We just come on, man. And feel free to get in the comments and argue us with this. You feel me? If y'all believe my Gen X's, my baby boomers, if y'all watching, you feel me? Gen Z's and all of that. If y'all watching, feel free to tell us why y'all feel like y'all generation is the best, or what y'all think about this conversation in general.
Yeah, Gen Alpha, y'all should be asleep. Y'all shouldn't even be watching this.
Well,
I'll say,
yo,
I'm getting ready for school tomorrow.
Right now, Gen Alpha's wilding out. I'm my granddaughters. My granddaughter's yo, and she ain't like one of them. She ain't afraid of nothing. She ain't afraid of nothing. I don't think she comprehends fear yet like that. For real. Stuff that I think she would be afraid of. She in that shit, yo, for real.
They don't give a fuck, man. That's what it is.
Yo, for real.
But yeah, man. Good episode. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, watching another exciting episode of the Smoking Section podcast. Please comment, like, subscribe. We will be back next week with another brand new episode. For John and Wes, I am Jamar. Good night and good fight, everybody.